Yo, Jersey Murf back up in the building, partnering up with the great folks over at DraftKings. New customers placing a $5 bet will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. I'm not talking now, I'm talking about right now. A $5 bet will get you $200 in bonus bets instantly, and all you have to do is head on over to your Google Play or Apple Store, download that DraftKings Sportsbook, and get to winning. Come on, man. It's been so much fun this season. I can't help but get everybody else in on all the fun. I've been working with those same game parlays. That's when you combine multiple bets within the same game for even bigger payouts. And if you don't have online wagering in your state, it doesn't matter because DraftKings has you covered like makeup. DraftKings Daily Fantasy is where it's at. You can get in on that and get in on all the fun. Remember, promo code TOPBILLIN at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Let's go!
What more can I say?
Top Billin. Fly, Eagles, fly. What are they going to say now? Remember, before this game, everyone was panicking, right? Oh, Cletus, what are we going to do, Cletus? We lost to the New York Jets. And what did I say? RELAX. Relax. The Miami Dolphins, listen, big shout outs to the Miami Dolphins, man. A hell of a team right there, talented team. We know they were down some players. We were down some players too. So, you know what I'm saying? People have to take that into account as well. But they were down some players, but still had a ton of great players out there. Could very well see the Miami Dolphins later on in the future, perhaps in the Super Bowl, right? But this is the thing, right? When you love to hate on somebody so much, you have to continue to move the goalposts just to make yourself feel better about being a hater, right? Now it's the Miami Dolphins haven't played anybody, right? Which is true, right? They doesn't have the best record against, or they had a good record, right? But not against the best, most viable teams there. But guess what? Wasn't nobody saying that shit when the Jets beat the Eagles, right? So think about that, right? Where people thinking about, oh man, they're going to be able to exploit this, exploit that, and shit like that. Both phases showed up. All three phases showed up there. But man, the game within the game. Sean Desai. Say it with me right now, baby. Sean Desai. Come on, man. Sean Desai right here. A Vic Fangio disciple, right? This is why you go out and you get Sean Desai and you have people crying. They don't understand the scheme. Why is he playing so far off, Cletus? Sean Desai is not trying to give up the big play. This is a big play team right here. This works into what Sean Desai does well. Sean Desai knows this type of offense very well, right? Being out there in Seattle. Sean Desai, of course, Mike McDaniel coming from that San Francisco team out there, right? It was a treat, but the game within the game. So check this out. You see, this is where the Miami Dolphins live, right? Within their passing structure, right? This middle third here. When they can get the ball to the middle third with deep digs or even with shallow crosses or run after the catch from slants and all this and be able to dominate the middle of the field, and they dominate the edges in the run game, right? C-gap on. Being able to take that away on the first initial read and have Tua Tagovailoa, the Samoan sniper, mostly have to dump it down or not get those explosive plays worth his weight and go. They illustrated right here. Watch the bow out right here. Look at Morrow here. Watch this front-facing play action fake. When that's not there, you notice how Hassan Reddick, right? He was staying put. When he was rushing most of the time, he was taking a straight angle rush, right? Not necessarily dipping around the corner like he normally does, taking a straight angle rush just for the simple fact that they like to bend the edges, right? So they wanted to set a hard edge in this game. And if the run is not there, you immediately shoot out to these zones where they dominate with the RPO schemes and take away this middle third that I was talking about right here, right? Same deal right here. They want to get depth. They want to be able to make sure that they're in range to be able to play in that middle third right there, and that makes it a little bit harder on the Dolphins, right? So you can see right here where Tua probably wanted to go. You see them getting depth right there. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely bring you. Still rushing 4. You're running out of your base 3-4. You're still rushing 4 because it's a 5-man front. So you still got that 4-man rush right there. You're trying to take away the middle of the field there. And then you have Hassan Reddick sometimes dropping in the coverage, or he's playing the pass on the way to the run. And look at this, Jakob. What are we doing out here? The game within the game. People didn't want to give Sean at the beginning of why did he get hired? Somebody said, what was his credentials to get hired and all this? Like, come on, man. Give these guys some time. All you have to do is be patient. RELAX. Relax. Now, here's an example of what I was talking about. I want you to notice Nakobe Dean and Zach Cunningham on this one. They take a false step off of the play action here. You'll get that deep dig there by Tyreek Hill, running with that split safety look, right? People got they got their wish, right? Sidney Brown was out there starting that safety next to Terrell Edmonds here. Terrell Edmonds was everywhere, no doubt about that. Sidney Brown, not so much, right? Not as impactful. I would like to see Sidney Brown be in that big down situation, but playing closer to the line of scrimmage to where he can make an impact, whether it be blitzing, shallow zone duty, working against the run and stuff like that, rather than just having him out at depth there. But I digress from that there. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Watch the false steps here you see that? Nakobe Dean taking that false step. Let's go back for you people, right? This is a film study. This is not a highlight channel. I don't know how I got having to express that shit after 6 years of this channel right here. I'm studying film just like we did when we played, right? So this is locker room only shit. Look at this. Look at that false step. Now he has to try to get depth there. You'll see the vertical bell, right? So they're working more of a deep third coverage or a quarters coverage with the cornerbacks because they want to work up the field, take away that explosive play there, right? Half that off, and then work in the middle here. But this one on this deep dig here, you'll see it. Not enough depth. You see Cunningham, he still didn't get enough depth. Nakobe Dean actually gets there, but the pass rush doesn't get there, and they're able to string out the dig all the way to the other side, and it's going to be damn near impossible for a linebacker to get depth and get angled depth at that. So, bang, you can see that right there, and he's able to catch that. Luckily, not a big explosive play. 2 for 1, right? Binked the cross formation block by Durham Smythe here. Bang, right? Slapped him. Raheem Mostert has nowhere to go, right? He wants to bang that to the outside there. You can see Tyreek Hill on the stalk block right here. Makes him have to turn that inside right there. Really has nowhere to go, setting that hard edge right there, taking away that portion of their run game. Come on, man. Your boy Sean Desai ain't on his J.O. All right, so people were asking me about the speed of the Miami Dolphins and being able to combat that. And I said that football is won up front. If you can't protect your quarterback, if you can't establish a solid pocket for him to operate from, what do you have? Once I saw this at the beginning of the game right here, baby, it down, right? And that's traditional missionary style. He took it, right? He took his prison-loving missionary style traditionally. But look at that, coming out of that 3 technique right here. Isaiah Wynn, I don't know if he was scared or something like that, but watch this. He sits it down. My man right there kept it parked in the driveway. He didn't even put it in first gear. Look, he sat it down right there and just catch it. He damn near sitting down in his seat. What are we doing here? Jalen Carter's like, nah, it ain't gonna be that easy, right? You gonna eat your cornbread? Not at all, right here. Bink! Right there, slapped him. It was like a baby left hook, right? He got his hands on a face mask, but he let it go, so it ends up just being a hook. Bang, look at that. You can see the goldfish, daffodils, rainbows, all kinds of shit in his eyes swimming right there. He was done. All he needed was for that sleep to kick in, right? The REM, somnambulism, and you see it right there. He went ahead and sat it down. He was good right there, and he put his legs up right there. Traditional missionary style. But what I'm talking about, right there, can't control the pocket. Now, listen, I know they were down a few players on the offensive line, but it is what it is. Isaiah Wynn's a first-round pick, and Jalen Carter is his daddy. Bang! Come on, man. You collapse in a pocket like that, all the speed in the world is not going to help you. Tua Tagovailoa had to pull the ripcord off that shit. Dang it! Right there, like I said it before, Isaiah Wynn traditional, then he had to take the reverse missionary style, and people had to help him. all off that one play with Jalen Carter. Now listen, I kid because I care. I think they said it was a quad injury. Originally they said it was like an ankle injury. Then they said it was a quad injury. Yeah, we know what type of injury that was right there. Bruised hymen. Another prime example of the game within the game. Once again, Hassan Reddick rushing straight up the field. Now, this is their thing right here. When they can get you in these zone lead plays, right, you'll get a crack right here by Jalen Waddle, or at least an attempt at that. But you get this zone lead play right here with Raheem Mostert. They're trying to hit the edges there and seal your boy Hassan Reddick right here. But look at him. Work straight up the field, bang. And then Raheem Mostert goes down easier than a $2 hooker. Hassan Reddick, baby. Camden, you saw Camden get that mention, baby. South Jersey in the building. Salute to Camden. Camden was in the building with my boy Hassan Reddick right here. But look at him trying to run him off and or block him or even crack him, and none of it works. Right? And they're coming off of a pitch too. Hassan Reddick makes sure it turns back inside, and he turns back inside, gets him a solo tackle. I was extremely happy about this game from Hassan Reddick, even though he didn't get a sack. This was the game to really shut down the run. I don't think people understand how great the Dolphins are at running the ball this year. And to me, that pilots a lot of their success right there. You remember when Hassan Reddick had that thing right before camp and he was amped up and he was like, oh, I'm playing cards and then just want to play chess now. I stopped the run and all this like that. So he's showing you right now that he is a complete player, him and Josh Sweat. So confused why people don't understand the success of this particular defense. Different than the last one, right? Maybe not the gaudy sack numbers, but when you can stop the run, you can put elite offenses to bed. Check this out right here. Between Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, or Jordan Davis and Milton Williams right here, I think Derek Barnett at the top of the screen. Watch how they're not displaced. Oh, ooh. Look at that. No type of gentrification at all going on right there, right? Complete gapstinence too, right? Not being in another man's gap, practicing gapstinence. Look at this. All gaps covered. Bang, bing, boom. Look at that. They could not displace them off the line. No type of gentrification at all. I love it, man. This is fucking football right here. Look at that. Jordan Davis holding up. Milton Williams, right? Notice the multi-gap approach, the two-gapping, right? Not necessarily just knifing the gap. You're probably not going to get those type of sack numbers, but you're going to be a little bit better against the run. And in our case, probably a lot better against the run, which reared his ugly head in the Super Bowl. But look at that right there. Ahmed, he done. Him and Milton Williams and Jordan Davis, bang. Splut tie out right there. Yeah, Derek Barnett. There's Derek Barnett down there as well. Solid ass run defense, man. Remember I did that video last week and I said that Sean Desai was in his bag with the creativity? Look at his three-man front here. You got Fletcher Cox at a shade working with edge players, Hassan Reddick, of course, and Josh Sweat. You got Morrow and Cunningham on the field. You'll get them trying to take away that deep third. You get Terrell Edmonds right here on the drop in, and you see these guys widening it out right here. But look at the pursuit angles there, and look at Josh Sweat still kind of push the pocket even with a three-man front. Look at this. Push that right there, and then they let that happen, right? Slow developing screen there, and then look at everybody coming to help here. Josh Sweat still working. Look at that. Josh Sweat chases it down. That's Raheem Mostert, one of the fastest players in the league right there. And you see Zach Cunningham right there, help on the way. And then Terrell Edmonds as well. Everybody flying to the ball. Help defense, man. It is spectacular. Remember I talked about working that vertical zone. When you do that, you're able to get eyes on the quarterback while still being in man coverage, right? Kind of combination coverage there. You'll see Darius Slay here on this pick, working vertically while still keeping his eyes. You see that? You see how far he gets vertical? Then you see him still have eyes on Tua Tagovailoa here while guarding his man. His man starts to work upfield. For some odd reason, just like they pointed out in the telecast, though, Jalen Waddle takes outbreaking portion of this right here. Slay still looking at Tua the entire time right there, flips his hips, and you see him, the ball, although it's going to where Zach Cunningham's man is, it doesn't matter because Slay is damn near like a safety because he has eyes on the prize right here. and he's able to be the one to pick it off. Bang. Cunningham never really got his head around to know what was going on, right? It looked like it looked like a tight end Durham Smythe there, maybe. Oh, I'm not sure who that was going to right there, who he was on. Or Mostert, maybe? I'm not sure, but bang, look at that. Darius Slay doing the damn thing right there, keeping his eyes peeled. Outstanding defensive performance, and I'm talking about a team like the Miami Dolphins only getting one offensive touchdown. I know the other one was a pick six, so think about that. One offensive touchdown, and people were coming into this game panicking, and at the beginning of the season, they were super panicking about the defense as well. Imagine that. Super proud of my boy Josh Sweat. Nobody wanted to give him any credit before the season but your boy here. I said, come on, man, we already have a freak there. He's been dominating cats. Look at this. Outside in. Oh, my God. Long arms of the law right there. Long arms of Allah. Allah Akbar, right? The wrath of Allah right here. But check this out. My man getting upfield. Look at him change elevation. Stick that foot in the ground. Immediately fight the hands right there. Bang, swapped his shit. I know that shit reverberated all through his shoulder, into his lower lumbar, and all kinds of shit right there. His deltoid was flapping up all up in his skin and shit like that. He couldn't do anything but pull the ripcord. Look at him. Heavy-legged, waist bending and shit. FEMA mode, just pulling the ripcord. Josh Sweat dominating grown men right there, making shit happen. Cats can't get excited about Josh Sweat, and you can see his ascent. And they get excited about Nolan Smith, right? No disrespect to Nolan Smith, who gets a sack and he's literally unblocked. Come on, man. Give Josh Sweat some credit, baby. I don't know if you guys noticed the switch up at the end. They went man on skill with Tyreek Hill in anticipation of him playing in the slot. And they did so with our young boy, my man Eli Ricks right here. You can see him traveling with Tyreek Hill here. And they did it on several occasions. Actually, right before this, they kind of had a mishap in communication, had to call a timeout because Eli Ricks wasn't in man coverage on Tyreek Hill there, and coach called a timeout. But you can see right here, Tyreek Hill trying to run that speed out. Look at that. Look at him take the outside approach with this, letting them widen out so the guys can take the inside right here. This is pure man right there. You see Slay this time with his back turned and whomever that is right there. But look at him drive on this out route. Jakob! Young boy, come on, man. What are we doing right here? Young boy is doing his thing. Playing in the slot. A 6'1" cat. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Eli Ricks is that dude. Right there in them beautiful Kelly greens should be the primary uniform again. Even Devontae Smith said so. Several people. I don't know if people know, man. You walk around Philly, you walk around South Jersey, you mostly see Kelly green. It's just embedded. It's the hardest uniform to me, period. Point blank. So I love that retrofit right there. And man, can't wait to see more of it. But can't wait to see more of this defense. You know, I'll come back with all 22 to see what was going on with the offense. People going still hate on the offense or what, right? I thought the offense looked good. It did its thing. Miami's a pretty tough defense. As you know, it has the actual Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinator. It's funny, everybody got all these Fangio cats. They have the actual Vic Fangio. So imagine that there. So we shall see. But hey, continuing to roll on. What's that? 6-1? 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. 6-1, doing the damn thing right there, man. What more can you ask for? So we shall see. Schedule continues to get tougher from here on out, though. So, hey, but they got to play us too, right? Your boy Murf in the building, Jersey Murf, a.k.a. Mid-Atlantic Murf. Shout-outs to South Jersey, Camden. Shout-outs to Atlantic City. Shout-outs to Gloucester, Trenton, and, of course, out here in Millville, Bridgeton, Vineland, Salem, in Ocean County. Everybody, man. Shout-outs, all right? Shout-outs to the entire Delaware, Elton, Maryland in the building, Christiana, Newark, Wilmington, Newcastle, the entire Philly, South, Southwest, North, Northwest, West Philly, everything, baby. Let's get it, all right?
What more can I say?
Top Billin.